It's 8:20 Tuesday morning, and yesterday I got the injectors done on this 2.5. Now I went down to the injection shop and I watched them test them, and they cleaned them. Well, they cleaned them to the best of their abilities, and they tested them and they set them up right, and they said they're not perfect, but they were about 85 to 90%, so that was good enough for me. A couple of strange things. There are 3 different types of injector in this. Not types, but brand. There are 2 CAV ones, a later CAV one, and a no name, no marking injector. So somebody's been having a trouble with this. I didn't realise until they cleaned them all up. Now this morning, it's about 8 degrees, it's kind of cool, and I'm going to do a cold start. But the thing is, when I checked all these glow plugs, there was only one that was working, so I had to put 3 other glow plugs in it. I got all that working. Let's see what it starts like. Now first of all, just as an experiment, I'm going to start it without any cold start. I'm going to flick it straight on the key and see if it starts. No. Put some glow plugs on. A bit more. You can see perhaps from the smoke over there, it's smoking and it's shaking like that old defecating dog again. So what can be wrong? Well, it's not that one. And it's not that one. Three still weak, but listen to number 4. I was going to turn that off. We've got fumes out of here. The exhaust has cleared up now. We've got something wrong in that back cylinder somewhere, but how come the compressions were good? Very strange. Now it has been suggested that I change the discharge valves, swap them round on the pump. Why would the 2 be gone? But then again, think about this logically. The two outlets on the pump are right at the bottom of the pump. Have they had water in them and they're frozen up, or they've rusted up? Who knows? So that's what I'm going to do today, because everybody's saying, oh, check the discharge valve, check the discharge valve. So that's what I'm going to do, and if I waste my time, I'm going to send you a bill. I've got something, I think there's something mechanical wrong with this motor. It has to be, because, like I say, front 2 cylinders are great, a little bit of smoke, but the back 2 was good. When I did a compression test, they were fine. And it starts well, that's the strangest thing. But there's a distinct difference between the front 2 cylinders and the back 2 cylinders. I'm going to change the valve. I'm going to swap the valves over. I might do a video of it. I might just add that on in a minute. But I've got a feeling I'm going to have to pull this head off this, then have a look inside, have a peekaboo inside and see what's going on. There's something very strange. Anyway, I'm going to wait till it warms up a little bit. It's a bit chilly, and then we'll have a look and see. But first of all, I'll start to strip this down a bit, you know. Right, back in a moment. This is just an update. It's now Wednesday. I was busy yesterday. For some bizarre reason, I called the delivery valves discharge valves. I don't know where I got that from. Must have been looking in some dirty books. Anyway, the news is now I swapped over the valves and nothing works now. Nothing at all. I can't even get any fuel up to the pipes now. I've got my pipes on there to test it, and I've got nothing at all. Talk about a job going from bad to worse. There's something really, really odd with this engine. There's something really odd, and I said earlier I was thinking about taking the head off. I'm just wondering if there's something really shonky with that pump. You see, look at this. There's something really odd going on here. I'm getting no delivery at all now of fuel. I don't know what it is. Somebody's been playing around with this before. It's got all odd injectors, but now they're all balanced and they're all around about 85–95%, which I'm not too concerned about. At least they're even. I mean, if they're all equally bad, well, they're not perfect anyway, put it like that. But it looks like here that there's been yellow markings on everything. That's what they put on, so you can't, you know, tamper-proof markings. I can't remember these. This is going back an awful long time ago in my memory banks, and I can't remember. If the new pumps have, you know, like the stock standard pumps were marked. Probably they were. I don't know. I've never seen one of these engines for about bloody 8 years. Anyway, when I was looking round this, I noticed something interesting. You see down here, there's a bolt missing. There's a screw missing out of this cover on the end. Now, I'm not sure about these 2.5 engines. There's no adjustment like the VE pump on the front. So I'm going to have to strip all the front cover down to get the pump off. It's not a big deal. I mean, it's not a heartbreak job, but it's a pain anyway. And this is sort of going on the back burner now because I've got a Range Rover to do shortly. But one thing I'm not looking forward to is getting the fan off. Now, you probably wondered why I was working with a fan on, because I can't get the bloody thing off. It's tight, and then to get the front cover off, I've got to get the fan off. Dear me. What a pain. If you're wondering why there's glow plugs off here, I disconnected them so I could spin the engine a bit faster to see if I can get some fuel up, but I'm not getting anything now, and I've got 12 volts to the pump. No, I don't know. I really don't know. Sometimes these jobs are a bloody waste of time, aren't they? But it's an engine, it should run. The thing is, I've got no parts to substitute. That's the biggest problem. You know, if it was like a TDI, I'll just run in and get another pump, bang it on, and away we go. But I haven't got any parts, so I'm going to have to send it to Quebec City. They'll test it, put it on a test bed and test it, and tell me what's wrong with it. Hopefully we don't have to spend a fortune on it, because like I said in some other messages, that rebuilding a pump like this is going to cost quite a lot of money here in Canada, and it's almost the same as a replacement pump from the UK. And the worst thing is, I've got two pumps already shonky. Now, the thing is, has something happened to the pump and the shafts snap? Because it seems to be quite common if there's something wrong with the pump. But then again, it was working fine the other day. Why is it when I've changed the delivery valves over, it's stopped working? I really don't know. I really don't know. It could be that the delivery valves have leaking back. Now, if you look back on one of the older videos, and I had this tube all set up, you know, and it was pumping up evenly. The thing was, when the engine was off, it wasn't running back. So that meant the valves should have been okay. But now I can't even get any diesel up to them. What a palaver. Anyway, we'll send it away. Might get back next week or a week after, and then we'll have a look and we'll keep you posted. Alright, so we'll see you in the next video and see if we can make this Land Rover better. I've got a sneaking feeling the pump may be okay and we have to pull the head off. There's something mechanically wrong with it. Oh, I don't know, I'm going to go and get some dinner. See you later.